welcome to Chasing Spiritz, where we explore the strange, the supernatural, and the unexplained. I'm your co-host Reed, here with my other co-host,
Ethan. What's good, everybody?
Ethan. What's good? That's his name. Today is one of my my episodes. We will be doing the Frogman.
Frogman, Loveland.
Loveland Frogman. Funny story I went to. We talked about Mothman Festival. I don't know if it's a newer thing or what. I know they do like festivals and things, but I think they're making like a large one. I read something online that said like the first of like a certain, maybe someone's like hosting it or whatever, Frogman Festival. I'd love to check it out
They're
one
doing like
time.
an actual full festival for him.
Yes.
It's kind of interesting.
It said 2024 and it said it was like the first of its kind or whatever. I know they do plenty of festivals and have plenty of stuff there because it's like a reason for people to visit, I guess. But
Where is the Loveland Frogman? It's Ohio, right?
Loveland, Ohio, yes. So pretty close to, I don't know. I mean, Ohio's pretty big. I don't know where on a map close to where Mothman was seen. Couldn't tell you. But still kind of in the same region, which is interesting. But I kind of want to just stick with the men, dude. Like, you can do all your stuff. I think I'm just gonna go down the list because there's like Dog Man. There's a lot, dude. So I'm just gonna run down the list of the men because I think it's funny.
I'm
Like the
trying to think of
humanoid
all.
hybrids.
Trying to think
There's
of
a
all.
lot.
There's the Charman, Dogman, Mothman.
Mothman, Bear Man. No, I just made
I
him
don't
up.
think there's a Bear Man.
No,
There's the Bunny Man.
is there? Okay, that might be next. That one sounds interesting, actually.
Yeah, I do remember the Bunny Man one. I'm trying to think what else there is. I think that might be it. I can remember.
No, I'll find more. There's probably so many men. I don't know why I just like doing them. It's just fun. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's start with our origin here. The Frogman is a cryptid that first emerged in the 1950s in the small town of Loveland, Ohio. The legend began on the night of March 3rd, 1955, when a local businessman reported seeing a strange creature by the banks of the Little Miami River. Described as a humanoid figure standing roughly 4 feet tall with frog-like features, it had leathery skin and webbed hands. The creature was seen holding what appeared to be a metal wand, which added to its otherworldly aura. This bizarre encounter sparked a series of additional sightings, including police reports of a similar creature later that same year. The Frogman quickly became an enduring part of the Loveland folklore, with residents captivated by tales of its elusive nature and peculiar appearance. The wand is crazy.
That's literally what I was thinking about. I was like, the wand is such a weird thing to have, and it's a giant
It's
frog.
and it's a giant human-like frog. I guess people were fighting online, and they're like there's some drawings that's actually just looks like a frog, but everyone's like, no, that's not it. Like it's a human, so it's like a human shaped animal that has frog features. Cause like you gotta see some of these photos, dude. They're really funny. It's literally just like a frog that's like 6 feet tall. Like some of the photos, and it's like, yeah, it's not really
I
what.
think I've seen a few photos of the frogman, like people picturing it, but it's so crazy to me. How would
It is.
the fact that there's police involved in this entire story
Oh my
is
god,
mind blowing.
it is insane. Um, so online too. The other thing that's interesting is because the encounters are different. Like there's a lot of like the more famous encounters are a bit different. People think it's multiple frogmen, not just the Loveland Frogman. There's also been some similar cryptids that have popped up in different areas that match a very similar description of a frogman too, which is interesting. Um, in different regions, so maybe we'll have to look into some of those once I run out of men.
Oh.
Uh,
I'm just okay. There's frogman, but what are these other cryptid? Like,
you want me to hold on? Quick
do you
pause.
have it? I'm curious.
I had it a second ago, but I lost it. Hold on.
Because if there are other regions around Ohio, isn't that like towards us, like New York, Pennsylvania? How close is Ohio? Could be too far, right?
Okay, Pope Lick Monster. That's what I got.
Pope Lick Monster is a
Pope Lick
relative
Monster.
to the frogman.
Let's see. more commonly known as the Goat Man, which doesn't make sense. You do know
I
the
do know the
Goat
Goat
Man.
Man.
I
The
guess I'll
Goat
have to do
Man.
one. I won't say too much. Maybe I'll do one on Goat Man.
Yeah, save the Goat Man, but I do know
Uh,
the Goat Man.
but I saw that it was like, oh, that's weird. This is a humanoid goat. I don't know. I read something that was like, oh, it's similar to the Pope Lick monster. Maybe there's some frog similarities or something. I don't know. Or
Characteristics that are similar, but maybe not. I don't know.
maybe the jumping, because it does say like it like leaps and stuff. So maybe like the legs or something. I don't know. Maybe that's completely wrong, but I read that online. But yeah, no, super interesting. I think I wish I found more on the wand. Like, this is what makes me think the beginning of this, someone saw something and the mayor is like, let's make it crazier.
Oh, the mayor's involved.
No, he's not, but I'm just saying, like, in all these stories with like bringing people to this small little Ohio town, like, I don't know.
How many people are going to Mr. Loveland, Ohio?
That's what I'm saying though. How many people are going now? Probably a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, tourism's a big thing, you know, like it can really like bring money into somewhere, especially a small remote little like Ohio town. So I don't know. That just like, it's crazy. The wand is crazy. All right, so encounter one. This is like one of the more known encounters. All right, you ready? Let's get into it. 1 a.m. in March of 1972, Loveland, Ohio. Officer Ray Shockey saw a large creature crossing the road that matched the frogman's description. He stopped to investigate. He said the creature was in a crouching position, but then it fully stood up on its back legs and jumped over a guardrail, disappearing into the night. He was not believed by a lot of people, and other officers over the next few weeks would drive through that area to see if Shockey's encounter was legit. 2 weeks later, Officer Mark Matthews would encounter a very similar creature that matched the description in that area. He was watching the creature when it once again stood up from the crouched stance, looking at him. He was concerned what the creature might do next, so he fired his gun at the frogman and supposedly shot and injured it, but then it once again scurried over the guardrail, disappearing into the night.
He
What do you
shot
think of
the
that? He
frogman.
shot it. That's what he said, right?
Can you imagine he kills this frogman, just has him on his wall? Like, you know, like the hunter
Dude.
like posted up. He's got the frogman on
Yup.
the wall
Just the
trophy.
head. It's crazy because it's humanoid though. That would freak me out if it was like a human hybrid frog and you like kill it and put it up. Like, that would be.
So the police officer saw it first.
Shockey saw it
Shockey.
first, and
Okay.
not a lot of people believed the encounter.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. The other funny thing about this, actually, any other thoughts on this one?
So okay, so Shockey saw it first, and then another officer saw it, or someone else
Yes, Officer Matthews on Shockey's team in
also
Loveland
saw it.
also saw it because they were kind of driving down that road trying to see if he was kooky. You know, they were like, "Is
Okay.
this guy like?"
This guy-
Because everyone he was kind of getting made fun of. You know, like, it's a crazy thing to see and to share. People didn't believe him.
It makes sense. Did he say if he saw the wand or not?
No wands were, and from what I read on this story, no wands were seen. The only, I will spoil this right now. The only story with a wand is the first encounter that I have today. There's probably more.
Maybe he put it up. Maybe he hid it away.
Yeah, I mean, some people, I read a lot of stuff, and some people think these frogs like used to coexist with humans and like show themselves. I don't know. I guess like some ancient stuff. There were like these ancient reptilian creatures and things. I don't know. So that would be the only thing that the wand would come into play, I guess. But
I don't know why
yeah,
when you
no.
said ancient things. I was thinking of crocodiles. I was like, is there a crocodile
be.
man?
Oh, dude. I wonder if there's a
Maybe.
crocodile man. Oh, we'll have to look. I'll do all the men. Don't worry. I'll get all the like random men. Do not clip that out of context. Thank you. The funny thing about this story, right? Officer Matthews came out later and said his account was inaccurate. So the second guy said what he said about it was fake. He said he saw something and he shot something, but he said it looked like a big lizard. It did not look like a frogman, and he thought it maybe might have been an escaped pet iguana, because I don't know if you know, but iguanas can get pretty big, but not that big, not 6 feet tall and standing up. What some people think happened for Shocky, it was a large iguana that didn't stand up, but like perched up onto the guardrail to go over it. So it looked like he was standing up quickly and then dove over you know what I mean?
So these guys are seeing Komodo dragons run around, from my
Something
understanding.
like that. Yeah.
I think the thing that's weird about that is, isn't it like in the same area, same location?
Where they saw it?
Yeah.
It's the same road, but that's where all the encounters are on this lake.
Oh, okay.
That's like so they're driving around there. So it's not the exact same spot, but it is that same like road because it goes over the rail into the woods. You know what I mean? It wasn't the exact same location though. But yeah, he came out to say it was fake, and he made up the story to make his co-officers seem less crazy at the time because everyone was kind of he was getting some flack, you know.
Wow. Well, what's the point of that? Because then you come out and say it's a hoax, anyways. Was it like a long
I
time
think it
before he
was
came out?
I think it was a while after. Yeah, he was like, yeah, it wasn't actually.
Isn't that worse?
Maybe no. He was like I feel like he was like standing up for his friend in the moment or his coworker, and he's like, everyone's giving this guy crap. I saw something. I'm just gonna say it was the Frogman, just so it's like multiple.
Do you think he folded because he actually saw it and then was like, "Oh, people are calling me a lunatic too"?
Oh, maybe. You never know, dude. It's possible, cause he had a very descriptive and like encounter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he shot it and it got away, like all this stuff.
Shooting Komodo dragons. What a cool guy.
Oh, the other interesting thing is both of them said that there were. Oh no, the first guy, Shocky, said there were claw marks on the guardrail. I don't know how long after people went to look. No one found any claw marks on the guardrail. So it's very weird. Kind of brings the magic part back in. You don't know if like you know what I mean? Like claw it up, he sees it, or maybe it's just like dirty when he saw it at first. I don't know. It's very interesting. This is definitely one of the more famous encounters.
The guardrail is really weird. Maybe the government covered it up really quick. Maybe
Oh my
they
god.
patched up the guardrail because they can do that pretty fast. They do it
Yeah.
overnight too.
No,
I've seen
that's
it
true.
done.
You never know. At this time, I don't know. I mean, this is the 70s, so it's very possible.
Yeah, the 70s is a weird time, especially for those
The thing that's
UFOs.
interesting though is for the like what government like would get in there that quick. You know what I mean? Cuz it's not anyone in Loveland. It's not any of those people. They want this story. They want this story to be proven so they get more people to come tourists, you know?
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like maybe what if Frogman's, let's say it's an alien, right?
Yep.
The government was patching up all these UFO encounters during that time period, especially like imagine Roswell.
Yeah.
That's a famous
No, that's
place,
fair.
but they patched it up pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they were like, maybe Frogman's an alien. They're like, yeah, let's get him out of here. No evidence left behind.
Yep.
They
No,
went Men in
that
Black and just
totally
went,
makes sense.
pew!
All of these things could be aliens, dude.
That is true. I
Like
mean,
they all
yeah.
kind of have that like it wasn't when he said the metal rod, I'm kind of picturing like a
Ray gun.
no, a
That's
metal
what
rod.
can you
You're
imagine just
picturing
a
a
ray
gun?
gun? Yeah. What
I
about
was picturing more like a staff, a magic staff.
oh, so now he's a wizard.
That's what I thought, like a
So
wizard
he's Harry
frog.
Potter. So we have Harry Potter, the Komodo dragon running around.
Yeah. No, like all of these could be lizards. I don't know how many lizards are in the area.
So if it's an alien running around with a staff, what kind of staff? Like, what would it do?
I don't know.
Like it shocks people?
I mean, what?
I
I
don't
mean, it's
know.
an alien, dude.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, so that encounter is very interesting. I think him coming out after the second guy and be like, yeah, it wasn't. It's very weird. I wonder how many encounters are faked. There's so many. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many. Or you see like a shadow of something and you're like, oh, like that was definitely the frogman. And you kind of talk it up. Like, I do that. I exaggerate stuff all the time.
I feel like you're right. A lot of the times I feel like people say they see something, especially around specific areas. So let's say
Mm hmm.
Dover, Mass has the Dover Demon, which
Yep.
is like a little 4 foot little like alien thing.
Mm hmm.
If you saw that, let's say in Ohio, the same shape, you might call it the Frogman.
Yep. No,
So is it
that's fair.
misidentified? I think so.
A lot of these could be, or I don't know. I really think at least few of these encounters have to be a large lizard leaning on the guardrail, like going over it. You know what I mean? Like think about that. Like think about a lizard like hind legs up on the guardrail. It looks like it's standing up on its back legs, because lizards don't do that for the most part. You know what I mean? Or like big creatures
They
like
do
that.
climb trees, though, right?
Yeah, but they don't stand on two legs. They climb things. So that's what I'm saying is like they will climb that and they'll like turn because they see a light or something. I don't know. That's it's got to be something. All right, so let's get into some of the other encounters. So I have a couple other ones. These ones I found online. I don't know if they're real, but I do like the story behind them, and I kind of wrote them into a paragraph. So we have our second encounter. In 1990, a group of friends decided to explore the woods near Loveland, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive frogman. As they trekked deeper into the thicket, laughter turned into silence when they stumbled upon a small clearing. Bathed in moonlight, they saw a figure crouched by the riverbank. Its green skin shimmered, and its bulging eyes reflected the light like two eerie lanterns. One friend, convinced it was a prank, shouted out, but the creature turned its head slowly, locking eyes with them. A chill ran down their spines as it let out a croaking sound and leaped into the water, sending ripples through the water. They left the woods in silence, forever haunted by the sight.
That story is actually pretty terrifying.
If you think of like if you think about the head turn and like locking eyes with that thing in like with like literally a shadow of a figure, and you just see it like kind of over the water, and like the moon lights behind it and it just turns and looks at you, like that sounds terrifying to me.
So they just ran away after?
It yeah, so pretty much from what I read, they got away from it as quick as possible, left the woods like in silence, like they all didn't talk about it, they were just like shook by it. Because think about that too. You think like one of them thought it was a prank, thought it was one of their friends pranking or something like that, right? So he just
Right.
yells at it, and then it just slowly turns and looks at them.
Yeah, it that's like the best case scenario because at least there's two of them.
What do you
Like
mean?
there's multiple people that see this
Yes. Oh,
instead of just one
absolutely.
person. It's like the best scenario possible.
Yeah. No, this is crazy, dude. I'd love to go there and try and hunt the frogman.
We probably could. I don't know how far the drive is. I can definitely GPS it.
I'm sure it's incredibly far. It's Ohio.
It's 12 hours.
12-hour drive.
Oh,
It's
that's
actually
actually not
not
bad.
that bad.
No, I thought this was gonna be a lot worse.
That's like a 1 day drive, 1 day drive back, switch
Yeah,
off,
that's really not bad.
stay for a couple days.
Yeah.
Airbnb, not bad.
Loveland Frogman.
That'd
Live
be cool
episode.
if, dude, I'm sure so many people hunt the frogman during the festival. Like, go to the festival and then go hunt them after. It's probably filled the woods. You
Do
know
you
what I
think he's
mean?
still around?
I don't know. I mean, some of the other encounters are.
Are they
I
new?
have one encounter from 2018.
What? This guy's still alive? Dude, this guy is a wizard.
Dude, this one is actually terrifying. Like thinking about this one, encounter three, that would be cool.
That'd be funny. They were
Maybe,
pretty
maybe
close.
they're. All right. So, anything else to say on that encounter?
No, I mean overall it's pretty spooky. The whole scenario, walking into the forest, seeing a shadow. My question is, I wonder what they felt when they actually saw it when they locked eyes.
I thought, oh my god, I'm sure it was insane. I thought it was cool because this one's like a hunt story. Like they were looking for the frogman. Like I thought this one was cool to include, even if it's real or not, because like this is something we would do. Like go hunt the frogman in the woods or something. You know what I mean? Like at this place, and like I don't know. It's very easy to do what we said though. Remember we were like, oh, let's just make up a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's very easy if you're going to hunt the frogman in Loveland, Ohio, like making up that story.
that's true. It's
And
very easy to fabricate that entire story. I would definitely go hunting for frogman though. That'd be so cool.
that would be really cool.
What would you use to
It'd
hunt
be
it?
so scary. Well, we're not going to kill it.
No, I know, but like, how would we find him?
I don't know. I think we
Bring our
just
Harry
walk around
Potter
that.
wands.
Maybe.
We
Those little
duel.
ones. Have you seen the ones that you like shoot actual fire?
Yeah, we duel him.
Do we get those? Well, I don't want to start a forest fire, but
Well, no one will know.
no one will know it's us. Yeah, so no, that one is creepy. Let's get into actually I'm gonna skip this one for last because I really like this one. So let's go to the fishing encounter.
Reed's favorite.
Yep. I'm a big fisherman. This one was interesting because there's like different versions of this. unless it's multiple fishermen, there was like different versions of the story with like different dates and stuff, but it's all very, very similar. So I feel like it's either made up or people got misinformation and I read multiple wrong things. I don't know. An avid fisherman set out for a quiet night on the Little Miami River. The moon cast an eerie glow over the water as he cast his line and waited. Hours passed with nothing but the sound of the water flowing and the occasional rustle of leaves. Suddenly, a loud splash echoed nearby. He turned to see a figure on the opposite bank, tall and slender with dark green skin. His heart racing, he fumbled for his phone to capture the moment, but before he could focus the camera, the creature jumped into the river with an agile leap, disappearing beneath the surface. He left the river that night, not with a trophy catch, but with a tale that would haunt him for years to come. The thing about this one, I'm sure plenty of people fish there, right? I
Mhm.
wouldn't fish there at night alone. Are you kidding me with Frogman in there?
Could be some good fish though.
Could be some good fish. But the phone thing is what made me think, okay, so this is multiple stories. There was one from like early 2000s to like 2015, and it both said the phone thing. So I was like, which one's real? I couldn't tell. There's just a couple like different versions of this story, but both of them, they got the phone out and tried to focus it and couldn't and didn't take a picture in time and it jumped away, which is crazy.
Do you think Frogman was causing it to not be focused, or was it just like the phone and him shaking
Dude,
so much?
I'd love to think Frogman was causing that because I feel like a lot of paranormal stuff can like affect technology. I think that's really
Right?
cool. Yeah, similarities: tall, slender, with dark green skin. That's kind of the only description that we got in this one.
I mean, in reality, if I saw this, that'd be pretty spooky, especially on the side of like the water like that at night.
Oh my
Ugh.
God, by yourself? No chance. I feel
Are
like
there
I would.
any daytime sightings of him? I wonder.
I not that I read actually. I think it was mostly at night. I'm sure there was that I didn't read about. That one's interesting for sure.
Are there any photo like evidence online that you found, or no? Like no pictures of him,
Nope.
nothing.
No actual pictures, just
He's too
like
elusive.
drawings. Um, so a lot of some of the famous drawings came from the police encounter.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Um, just from like what Shockey explained.
Hmm.
There's a few of those drawings, and there was different versions of it too. And then people took those drawings and like made their own of that drawing because it has like the police car in the back and the guardrail. It's like one of the more famous drawings, even though it wasn't the original encounter. So
Okay. I see.
it's interesting. All right, are you ready for the final encounter?
Very ready. Let's go.
In 2018, a family in Loveland reported strange noises coming from their backyard at night. Curiosity got the best of them and they decided to investigate. Armed with flashlights, they stepped outside only to find a tall, lanky figure perched on their fence. It had large, bulging eyes and a mouth that curled into a grotesque smile. The frogman let out a series of croaks, sending the family retreating back inside, hearts pounding. They locked the doors and listened as the sounds faded into the night, uncertain if it would return. The incident turned their peaceful home into a site of fear, and they often found themselves glancing out that same window, half expecting to see the green figure watching them. Isn't that one scary?
I
That
don't
was
like that one.
2018. That one's terrifying.
I do not like that one.
Cause I can relate with that. Like if I ever saw something like out my window, every time I'm by the window, I would see it. Especially like dark at night, like late on your own or something. You know what I mean? It would just mess. I would move. I think I would move.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'd never feel safe in your own home.
No,
Like that security of your house is just gone.
sitting on the fence, dude. Are you kidding me? Like a big, giant perched like frog thing on the fence looking at you, and the smile. See,
Oh
that's
yeah, the
what's
smile is
different. Like
creepy.
I've that one's crazy because it's like a large, grotesque like smile. You know what I mean? Like that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, the smile is
Sounds like a
weird. I'm
Pepe.
surprised that does sound like a Pepe frog. I'm surprised no one else said anything. There was no other encounters that said like a giant smile or anything.
No,
Weird. I wonder if it was like a skinwalker or something then.
it's
I know Ohio doesn't
possible.
have those, so it's not really native
And
to
it
that
said it
area.
was like croaks though. Like the noises were like frog croaks. And they were huge, like loud.
Yeah, like loud croaks. I don't know, man. That's really weird. I don't know how you'd explain that other than it being frogman.
Them imagining locking all the doors in your house, having that thing outside, and they just listen as it fades into the night. That's terrible. They're just
I'm trying to
listening
think of a
to it
frog
getting
croak sound.
further away.
That was pretty good.
That's
That
my
was
first attempt.
that was pretty good actually. The frogman descriptions are I don't even know, dude. It's so hard to explain because it's like what could that possibly be? Like if that wasn't frogman, it could
Dude,
be a cat that just has like its
a
vocal
cat.
cords chopped, right? Maybe I don't know if they do that. I know
Yeah,
they do that
because
with dogs.
I mean, they explained like they didn't really explain the skin, right, or anything.
No, they didn't say anything.
No,
They
it
said a
wasn't. It was just a
smile.
tall, lanky figure perched on the fence with large eyes and a big mouth. You know what I mean?
So that could have been like an alien
It could. Oh, absolutely.
instead of frogman himself.
Because this one did. I mean, perching on the fence sounds like I could see a frog sitting like that. You know what I mean? A big, large frog on like the four legs, sit like perching on the
Yeah,
fence.
it depends on what kind of fence, right?
No, that's true.
I was
I
thinking that
assume
I
it
was
was
like,
a.
is it a picket fence or like a chain fence?
No, I was thinking about like a bigger fence. In my,
Mm,
I don't know, in my brain.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense for the frog to sit on it. I don't know. I
It'd be
just feel
funny
like
picket fence. It's just like waving back and forth. And he's like riding back forward and back. It would be way less scary. Johnny, get out here! Look at this thing. It's just riding the fence, dude.
all right, so that was encounter 3. That was
No, that was
I don't know how
4, right?
that was
Yeah,
4.
that was 4.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that was encounter 4. I feel like that encounter in total, I almost find unbelievable.
You think so?
Yeah, I just don't think that was frogman. It's just the smile doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the smile doesn't make sense, and then they didn't really explain the frog features besides perching on the fence and the big eyes. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. I don't know why they didn't. Yeah, they didn't really explain more, but just totally fair. I guess if it's like dark, you how do you even see the smile? Oh, they have flashlights, right?
Yes.
They're armed with flashlights, so I guess that's how I could see it. Wouldn't they see the skin then?
Well, they just didn't say anything about it.
That seems like a
In what
weird
I
detail
read.
to leave out.
Yeah, just a tall, lanky figure. Could have just been a guy
That would be weird.
with a hat on with big eyes and
Hmm,
a hat.
it's a weird looking guy.
You know. Couple funny things. Well, I guess I already said this a little bit, but one of the like facts that I found online that was interesting was the ancient reptilian like myths. I
Okay,
guess
I remember
they're
you said you brought
in
that up.
yeah, like there's these hidden creatures that like coexisted with humans that were like reptile humanoid type creatures. And a
Hmm.
lot of people think, especially because of the wand thing or like the staff thing. And there's actually there's a lot of like the drawings and like other things. They hold items like staffs and things. In some encounter, it's very weird. It's probably because of the first encounter, but it's kind of cool seeing it.
I was gonna say maybe the staff is like a dimensional tool that allows them to
It
hop
could
through
be,
dimensions or time or something.
dude. You never know.
It could be. Maybe that's why
But
Frogman's
I
kind
go
of still
back to the
alive.
same idea though. Unless they wanted to be seen, they would never be seen. Think about if you
Hmm.
can travel time,
Oh, okay.
unless you
Time
know what I
thing.
mean.
Okay, I'm
If you
listening.
could travel time, they would go stop themselves, their past selves from being seen. You know what I mean, or something. Unless they don't care or wanted to be seen, or they were just passing through our dimension, like you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Do
think
you believe
you're
in that
right.
stuff? Do you believe in like multi-dimension?
Yeah, I could say multiple
You think
dimensions
so?
probably exist. I feel like it's more real than some of the other things we're probably going to cover on this like podcast. So I think dimensional stuff is real.
Really?
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
it
know
could
what I
explain
think,
Bigfoot.
dude.
This
You
is
think it explains Bigfoot?
yeah, like maybe he could be dimensional where he jumps around. That's why you see him in all these different places.
That's fair.
I think it's possible. I think it's very possible. It could
Don't
explain
you
a
think
lot
a
of things.
dimensional being would wear clothes?
It would wear clothes or wouldn't.
I guess not. I guess thinking about aliens, they don't wear clothes a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, aliens are naked most of the time. Yes, that's probably
So
true.
maybe Bigfoot's naked and he is one of those
Well,
creatures.
I haven't really seen. Yeah, okay, right. Bigfoot, I feel like doesn't wear clothes often.
Dude,
So yeah.
Bigfoot can't be real, right?
Well, we'll discuss that in the Bigfoot episode.
We will, but dude, did you see an encounter map of Bigfoot?
It is
It's
wild.
ridiculous.
Is there one for Frogman?
Let me peek. No, I don't see one actually.
There's no map for it.
No, it's whenever I see maps of it, it pulls up maps of like specific area cryptids. So like there's no
Oh, okay.
specific like you know what I mean? How like all these different states and towns have their own cryptid that's like
Hmm.
been sighted there and stuff. It comes up on that map, but it doesn't come up on like an actual Frogman like map.
Okay, yeah, right. It's not like a Google map someone created with all the encounters. Okay, that's fair.
The other thing is like a lot of these guys or they were seen so long ago, like Mothman too. Like that 2016 thing was crazy
Hmm.
with Mothman, but like before that, it was like just little encounters, nothing crazy, if any. So like modern technology, you can't track where all of these old stories were put on a map. You know what I mean? Like maybe you can track some, but like most of these old encounters and police reports and all that, you can't track the location. There'd be no point to put it on a map, you know?
True.
Unless it's like Bigfoot, like there's encounters every day for Bigfoot. For
Well,
sure.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, if it was in the news or if it was part of like a police report, there would be a location, right?
I bet yeah, there would. It's just a lot of work to go back and do it all, and no one has, it looks like.
Yeah, it would be a hassle. So I guess that makes sense.
And it's kind of like for what? If there's not that many new ones, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. If
obviously
there's
it's
not a ton.
fake.
Yeah, but no, that's what I got on Frogman. The other funny thing is I need to look into the movie a little bit more, but there is a Frogman found footage movie that came out this year.
Wait, what?
Yep. Frogman found footage movie, and it's very mixed reviews, mostly negative. It's very short apparently, but I would love to try check it out. I guess there's a part that's like actually pretty scary, but the problem is the action is like 15 minutes and the rest of it's just story that's not that great, I guess. So I don't know.
Okay.
But it does him. It's found footage though. I like found footage movies better than like think about the Mothman movie, how he's like calling them and stupid crap like that. Like I don't I'd prefer like a found footage. I said this in the Mothman one, but like I prefer a found footage mysterious movie like with Frogman and just like attacking and like doing all you know what I mean without like all the superhuman stuff like talking and it just takes away from it.
Yeah, I think I really love the campy woods movies. Those are my
Yep.
favorite style movies. So anything like that, that
Yeah.
gets me scared. So yeah, Frogman,
Hmm.
that's cool. I didn't know that. I did not know there was a movie this year too, 2024.
Yeah, I don't know like it might have just been like a fan movie or
A
something.
fan
You know what I
made.
mean?
Yeah, that would make
I don't
sense.
know exactly, but I do want to check it out because it is this year and it's for like we should definitely check it out sometime.
All right, add it to the list of movies we gotta see.
Oh yeah, it's on the list. Would you like to go over our rating system?
Oh yeah, let me pull it up. Okay, so the rating scale starts with 1 star, which is not scary, 2 stars, slightly unsettling, 3 stars, somewhat creepy, 4 stars, seriously spooky, and 5 stars, terrifying. What do we think, Reed? Where are we rating this one?
Let's talk about it. So we went through all the encounters. The most famous ones are the two first, the origin and then the police one. The other ones were kind of like random ones I found that were interesting.
Hmm.
What do we think? I think pretty terrifying for sure. No attacks, which is something to note, especially for me. That I know that I read about, I don't think there was any attacks or anything. So that definitely brings it down on the scale for me for sure. Like there's no fear of even the kids in the woods and stuff was just afraid, you know, and like went away.
Yeah, you're definitely right. It definitely ran away a lot. I feel like it didn't really do too much. That also makes it kind of scary because it's elusive,
Yes. No,
which
no,
is
it's
kind of
definitely still
creepy.
scary. But there, you have to take out that factor of fearing your life a little bit, even though it's still a possibility in a close scenario. You know what I mean? With this
Right.
creature.
Where would I rate this? I'm kind of up in the air on this one. You know what? I'm gonna go 3 stars with this one. I think it's a little bit creepier than Mothman, where I rated it 2 stars, but it doesn't compare to the Andreas and Affair so far.
Yeah.
So I'm going 3. I think it's creepy because you don't really see it that often. It's very elusive. There's no pictures. There's like no evidence, so it's kind of
Yeah,
some of the descriptions
it's all word
weird.
of mouth, and the descriptions are different, which I found when we research these things now. There's a
Mm,
lot of different descriptions of things from all our past episodes.
it's
For the
true.
most part, when it's like creatures, there's a lot of different, and it's interesting because all of these were in Loveland. It's not like
Right.
this is like somewhere else. It could be a different thing. That's why some people think that there's multiple frogmen.
Yeah, there very well could be. I could see it. It would make sense for some of the stories.
So what is your official rating? I did not hear you.
3 stars is my official rating.
3 stars on the dot. I am going 2 stars on.
2 stars. Okay, respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing as Mothman.
I think they're very similar to me.
Yeah, they kind of are. It's kind of like it almost reminds me of like folklore story. Something you tell the kids to
Yeah,
not go
and like
outside.
Mothman has that mystery of like didn't attack anyone, but
Right.
Mothman had the whole bridge and all that happened while he was around the bridge. So like that's interesting, but there was a lot of theories on that one. So yeah, no, I think Frogman is a definitely. I liked researching this one. I would love to go to one of the events or go hunt the Frogman. That I feel like this would be a really fun one to hunt. You know.
I would definitely be down to hunt this one. I feel like this one, Bigfoot. I feel like I have one more that I'd want to do. Mm, maybe the Dover Demon because it's so close to us.
Okay, demon
Those are my
sounds a little
three.
scary to
Well,
hunt,
it's
but
not like a ghost demon. It's like a alien demon.
oh, okay. We'll have to do an episode.
Don't worry, it's up there.
All right. Well, I think we're good then.
Yeah, I think this about wraps it up. Do we have anything to shout out? I'm trying to think. I think we're available now on every platform. I think I put on Apple, Amazon,
YouTube.
iHeartRadio,
Yeah, go
YouTube.
subscribe to our YouTube. We've just been posting some stuff,
I know we got to
redoing
get like
some.
a Twitch or like a live stream going. I feel like we got to play some horror games.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be fun. I
You
got a
know
new
what?
one we can try.
I want to play Little Nightmares.
Oh, the new one that's gonna come out, or the one
Yeah,
that
I think it's the third one,
did come
right?
out? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that came out or not.
I think it already came out. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
That one
We should.
seems
I'd be
terrifying.
down. That'd be cool. We could do it on YouTube.
Or Rumble, maybe. No, I'm just
Rumble, Mixer,
kidding.
perhaps.
Mixer.
Check us out on all those platforms. Trying to think what else. Is that everything? Am I forgetting anything, Reed?
I don't know. I mean, great episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode. I like the Frog Man.
The Frog Man. We'll get
Frogman's
some
cool.
pictures up on Graham for sure that we found.
Oh, true. Yeah, we got to post this on Instagram. But yeah, I think that about closes it out here. We'll see you in the next episode, Chasing the Spirits That Haunt Our World. No, the story's fine. It's just I can't. Everything you keep describing. Why are they locking eyes? This man's getting chills.
Dude, listen.
Okay, all right, all right.
I
We go
have to
for
get
it.
through this.
Get through this. I need to stop thinking about this actually because you fucking made this like a
I
problem.
didn't do
All right,
anything.
I'll turn my camera back. I'll be fine. I'm gonna minimize.
Okay,
it for now.
if you left, I'm gonna lose it.
No, we're good.
Okay. So one friend, convinced it was a prank, shouted out, but the creature turned its head slowly, locking eyes with them. A chill ran down their spines as it let out a moaning, croaking sound.